When advertising, there are two aspects of audience clarification that need to be considered first. Appealing to a mass audience would mean targeting a general common characteristic that would make a lot of the population want to buy whatever is being sold. By targeting a mass audience, there would be more of a possibility for high sales and more recognition of the advertisement. Mass marketing can also be cheaper per person. It, however, can be difficult to find that one thing that a mass audience would have in common, and would mean that an advert could be completely wrong in the assessment of that demographic. The product needs to be strong as well. It is easier to target a mass audience if your product/company is a well-known one, such as Coca-Cola, or if you offer a variety of products that would cater to every customer, such as a clothes store like H&M. Some messages in mass audience adverts can be extremely misconstrued by either the audience or by the advertisers themselves. The 2017 Pepsi advert that featured Kendall Jenner also had a very political message that was supposed to appeal to a mass audience. However, it was seen as offensive and a blanket statement on what activism is. Another disadvantage of appealing to a mass audience is that something successful in one geographical area or in one social group would not resonate as positively with other customers, as they have different needs, ideals, and ethics considering the company or that product. Oversaturation could also turn off consumers, as they grow tired and lose interest in the company's constant presence. Niche marketing would be very useful and effective when advertising something that would only have an appeal to a very select few. Because of the uniqueness of the item, there wouldn't be as much competition and more of a loyal customer base. A mass audience advertising would need to compete with other brands that have similar items, so they need to show how much better their item is than the competition. For smaller companies, adverts can help demonstrate the branding of the company and their ethics. Lush is a company that applies to a niche audience and has done that successfully throughout the years. They are centered on providing natural products that are good quality and have an ethical approach to beauty, compared to a mass audience makeup brand such as L'Oreal or Maybelline, who are focused on appealing to every customer and creating profit. Because of their difference in approach to business, Lush has been able to create a loyal fan base and branch out with new innovative ideas, such as their naked bath products that help reduce the use of plastic. In a modern society, such a brand ethos has become more and more popular as individuals become more concerned with the state of the environment. If a bigger company did such an approach, such as L'Oreal, a lot of questions may be raised about their previous ethics, such as testing on animals, and previous attitudes to environmentalism. The disadvantages of a niche audience are that because of the marketing size being smaller, it would not be suitable for a very small company to use niche marketing if they intend to grow their brand. There would be limited growth as a small group of customers wouldn't want to buy the products again if they'd already purchased them. It would be hard to explore other ways to market to other audiences and demographics, as the niche audience you already appeal to may lose touch with whatever marketing strategy you use to appeal to a wider audience. And that could be very detrimental if you could not break into the commercial market. Another significant part of appealing to an audience is through psychographics and demographics. Psychographics can include personality, values, interests, and lifestyle. These can be very important when displaying a company's ethics and can be a significant thing someone considers before investing in the product. There are types of psychometrics that can be considered when appealing to audiences, which can be used to help show what types of advertising appeal to certain people. This can include the explorer, who is seen as energetic, wanting to experience new things, challenges, and new frontiers. These traits can be typically found in younger people, especially students. Their brand choice would highlight difference, sensation, adventure, indulgence, and instant effect. Someone who is categorized as resigned are seen as rigid, strict, authoritarian, and have chauvinistic values that stem from the past. They typically are older and choose brands that stress safety, familiarity, and economy. Another example is the struggler. They are alienated from society and are disorganized. They have few resources apart from physical and mechanical skills. They are normally middle class and perhaps not concerned with the quality of life. They choose brands that involve impact and sensation. Demographics can include age, gender, race, location, and employment status. A lot of companies have been including more diversity in their adverts, meaning that they are shown to appeal to more demographics and are more inclusive. The standard occupational classification can be an indicator for the type of adverts that would appeal more to a certain audience. For example, Someone in the upper class who is more established and has a lot more disposable income would be more interested in a brand that has a luxury image, like a car company or a phone company. A middle-class person would typically be someone who has a middle management job or at least an established career. They would perhaps appeal to companies that display products that are family-orientated or are more focused on items that would suit a more domestic lifestyle. They want something that has quality but still want something that is worth their money. Groups such as the lower middle class are the lowest level of income and would be more appealed by cheaper prices and deals. Adverts that compare prices would be more appealing. A lot of adverts and the way that they are presented was discussed by Donald Gunn when he categorized the 12 types of advertising. 3 examples of those advertising methods include ongoing characters and celebrities. This is normally used to cement a brand's identity. By using a recurring character/celebrity, the viewer will remember the advert more and more as the story is built up, which then allows the viewer to associate that character with that brand. If the character is something that they like, they'd be more likely to invest in the brand. The second method is the tell-it method. Using the tell-it method in advertisement is an easy and simple way to get across what the product is, what it can help you with, and gives you a situational example sometimes of that problem. There are multiple formats that this advertising technique can be used. One format of doing this is A tells B, meaning that person B identifies a problem. Then person A tells them how that problem can easily be solved by the product that is being advertised. The advert for the Amazon Echo shows this throughout, as Amazon wants to show the audience all the features that come with the Echo and show that it is a worthwhile investment for the modern home. It also serves to tell the audience how they should be using it and what kind of person and what their lifestyle would be of those who use the Echo. Although limited to just showing how it is used in the family home, it shows an array of demographics. The last method is associated user imagery. This method shows the type of people who would use the product and who you would associate that product with. A lot of companies tend to appeal to the mass audience. This is demonstrated strongly in an Apple advert for their MacBooks. The advert is simple and is supposed to tell the audience that Apple users are creative and unique people, and their personalities are told through how their MacBook Airs look. It shows a variation of stickers and designs on the product. It heavily relies on you knowing the Apple brand itself, and relies more on the product's aesthetic than its practical use. Although it is important in appealing to whatever your target audience is, creating an advert that looks good and engages that audience is also significant. This can be shown in form, style, and whatever persuasive techniques are used by the brand. 2 adverts deliver both of these methods differently. A standalone advert by Amazon was broadcasted during the 53rd Super Bowl game in 2019 and served to advertise the brand and their expanding product line. Although it was to advertise an existing product, their Alexa device, its core message was to show how they are centered on innovation and developing their brand. The 1-minute and 30-second ad shows 2 people discussing how Amazon went through changes to find the best way the Alexa can work. The advert uses celebrities for each cutaway to the product type and uses them for comedic effect. It features many different shot types, such as long shots, medium, and close-ups, and a lot of camera angles that further the narrative. Lighting is a significant part of the advert and is used differently in multiple scenes, and shows different locations and moods. Scene 2 uses practical light to draw focus to the main character. This is from the mirror's backlight. In scene 1 and 3, there is no aggressive or focused light used. This is to mimic a natural environment, although some practical light is shown. In scene 3, the movement of the camera work and position of the camera show the natural light coming in through the window. In each 4 situational scenes, blue light is used to demonstrate to the audience that the object is a prototype for the Alexa, as the ring light with a blue colour has become synonymous with the Echo in tech consumer culture. It helps further the narrative and allows the audience to have some familiarity with the product, even though it's a hypothetical situation. Scene 4 is the first scene that uses a dark exterior, and most of the light comes from the Echo hot tub, helping highlight the actors' faces. Scene 5 again uses a lot of practical light from the arcade setting, the bar setting, and the space shuttle setting. The use of colours is also significant. A lot of scenes use a more natural colour palette, or a cool-toned colour palette that offers a realistic or more modern look. Some scenes, such as 4 and 5, use coloured light to create a more vivid colour palette. In particular, the arcade scene has vivid colouring and is more animated and bright looking. The brand logo is featured multiple times. The primary scene takes place in a supposed Amazon headquarters, with the logo just out of focus in the background of some of the shots.
It is also shown in the final scene. When it returns to the narrative of Harrison Ford and his dog, an Amazon delivery van comes into frame and advertises one of the company's services that they provide. The logo used is only the arrow and doesn't feature the company name. The same simplified logo is shown at the end. A more basic logo does look slicker and shows that Amazon is assuming that the audience knows the brand by now and their products. This type of suggestion by the brand is also shown throughout the advert. By now, the Alexa/Echo has been out for a few years, and the premise of the advert is to show how the brand is evolving their products and furthering its reach inside the home. Setting is also significant to the advert and its story, as it changes for each scene, but the first scene tells the most about the company. The first is supposed to be the Amazon headquarters itself, and serves to reflect the company's contemporary and more relaxed approach to business. This can be seen with the use of props and costume. The interior of the canteen is decorated with modern light fixtures, modern furniture in the background, and plants decorating the walls and interior. The employees are dressed in business casual, and this shows how the company wants to express itself. It wants to show the audience that they are more focused on individuality and creativity. The second advert is a 2-minute and 13-second long advert for the Google Glasses, and features the professional dancer and singer FKA Twigs. It uses narrative to show how the glasses work and give you information. The video is also directed by Twigs and features a compilation of her songs. As the video progresses, Twigs adopts more and more of the things she searches and demonstrates how Google wants us to see them as a search engine that allows us to explore different cultures and different influences. In the video, there are multiple different camera angles and movements, such as wide shots, medium close-ups, point of view, front-facing and behind shots. The lighting used is bright and casts no shadow. It isn't needed as the video is reliant on seeing the movement of the dancers and their expressions. The use of a white background helps emphasize the dancers and makes them stand out more clearly. It also helps the audience see the commands and results of the Google Glasses more easily. A significant aspect are the costumes. There are multiple costumes, and the one worn by Twigs gives a flowing aspect to her dancing and adds an element of character, as the other dancers are wearing skin-tight bodysuits that contrast the more free material that Twigs is wearing. A significant costume and makeup choice is the Japanese influence. This is shown before Twigs herself is painted with the anime eyes. It seems to summarize how she is being influenced by what she is searching and how it becomes a part of the dance sequence. Interestingly, the brand logo is not featured. However, at the time, Google Glasses was a new prospect and recognizable as a Google product by many. The advert served to show the possibilities of the product, and not the company itself.